Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arabiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, A Born Slave. So I got this quick video where this Edomite was talking about, the status of this earth and the things that they're doing gradually. And, we're not paying attention. A lot of the people are just, the men of the Lord are, but a lot of people are just living their life and things are the walls are slowly closing in on them. So I thought this was interesting. I want to play this video, but before I do, I want to read a quick scripture. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight." So this is a perfect example of this society. They do things like they take all the seeds out the fruit and tell you that that's good for you. They take the bitter things and they try to make them sweet. And they tell you they'll pee in the air or pee on you and tell you it's raining. They do things in wickedness and try to make it out to be good. They try to make evil good and good evil. They try to turn everything, manipulate, and they do it gradually. So anyway, check this video out. Check this out.
Trees are fruit trees, and then sold us back the fruit. They took the water next, the rivers, the rain, the springs that fed civilizations for thousands of years. They took the water, bottled it, and sold it back to us. They took the land that existed long before any human being drew lines around it, and told you that if you wanted to stand on it, you better have a payment plan. Am I the only one this drives crazy? Everything you need to survive, water, food, shelter, was already here. Nobody created it, but somehow you were born owing for it. And why does a free life sound like such a crazy idea? Why does simply existing without debt, without bills, without permission, why does that sound like a fantasy? Who the hell convinced us that this is how it's supposed to be? They took the trees, our fruit trees.
Wow. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." So that's what the whole world is in mourning, because the wicked are in power. And they try to convince you that their wicked system is the only way, so they can take and manipulate and control everything. If it's the only way and you go that way, they're in control, Let's go to 1 Timothy 6 and 20. It says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, and avoid profane and vain babblings, and opposition of science falsely so called." So this right here is a perfect example of their false science, where they take and they do things like give you watermelon or give you foods with no seeds, and they'll tell you that that's good. What nutrients can you get out of it if they take and make an imitation fruit in a lab? This is the wickedness that we're set upon. The Lord's got to come back and destroy this place, because without him, we're going to be doomed. Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 4. It says, "How long shall the land mourn, and the herbs in every field wither, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? The beasts are consumed, the birds, because they say, he shall not see our last end." So these Esau has everything upside down in their mourning. Let's go to Isaiah 24 and 5. Isaiah 24, verse 5. Verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fade away. It says, the world languish and fade away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, they have changed the ordinance, and they have broken the everlasting covenant. And that's what these devils do. They make everything to their advantage, where they can be in control. You know, when I talk about these devils, I'm talking about the government. I'm talking about Esau. Everything that they do is where they're in control of everything. You know, and if it means that people die, if it means that people get cancer, if it means that people get sick, so be it. You know, that's the mindset of this government, you know, of Esau. You know, he just wants to control everything. You know, let's go to Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forger of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. So this is a perfect example of a lie. You know, I'm going to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is a Robert Baya coming up to you from the Chicago camp. Shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.